somebody
Don't
like
get hit.
Percival. Well,
Don't
yeah.
get hit.
I mean, yeah, but
Bro,
like.
I am 42 years old. You want me to tell you how to approach a neutral against Percival? Don't get hit.
Alrighty, fair enough. As simple as, but we will see if we can make it simple winnings right here for Pasty. But right now, Kain locking in with the tried and true.
Now, you know what I said about Kain coming from Smash, specifically his movement on a character who, if you've never played Percival before, one of the things you need to know is this character handles like you're driving a dump truck.
Yeah.
And a lot of his movement comes from his moves, not from his actual normal movement tools. However, he has a very underrated backdash, and Kain is one of the best players I've fought who is good at creating the way he backdashed right here. Not putting out the carpet and standing by the carpet. He put out the carpet, backdash, and made it be between the two of them and said, come at me. And also, he's very good at using this bar 5L to keep the other person from approaching. And 5L and 2L, Percival has two of the best mashable far 5Ls and 2Ls in the game. And you can see kind of quick work, high damage character, low health character.
Yep. Yeah, in concert of what you're saying about don't get hit, very, very punishing if Lancelot gets touched.
And that's what I'm talking about, the backdash. You see that backdash
really
into the whiff punish on the Gorilla Blade? That Gorilla Blade was expertly spaced if Kain would have held still.
And funny enough, they did that interestingly with a backdash up against Turbulence. And again, just sitting at the perfect range to beat any option of advancement that Lancelot has to do. So they got to resort to the wall jump, trying to backdash, but you get put right back down to the ground. It's got to be a little bit more risky.
Yes.
SBA, unfortunately, just too slow.
Quick work in game one. And this is what I like as a commentator. I'm still relatively new to doing this. It helps when the player illustrates my points for me. You can see what Kain is doing with the backdash. You can see the guard button there. You see him wiggling on the... Whoa, and the JH, underrated button. You don't see Percival jump a lot without using that JU air stall. That JH, the big bonk, a lot of block stun on it, a lot of hit stun on it, and a good box.
Yep. And against Lancelot, too, being able to backdash and sit at these ranges, it's so frustrating for Lance to do anything other than, like, maybe even make them block with ult Rekka because of how stubby a lot of his normals are. Like, when you're really thinking about Lance, what does he have there? Like, really far H. That's kind of it. And Percy can play around that so well.
Rough timing for the ult fireball, trying to force a way in, and good jump by Kain. Caught the bonk on the way down. Match point already.
Far H going to hit round start. Opted to put out that fireball, sort of baiting them into doing something in the air. We've already gotten them for that a couple of times. See if we can get it a third, but this time being a little bit more disciplined. Far H gonna hit, just trading hits. And Kain still in a really good spot right here. So much health in his department.
Yep. Moves forward, dashing forward, opted not to walk. I do think that as Percival with, you know, the slow walk, oh yeah, that's gonna do it. And he has the dodge to make sure he gets the optimal punish. Kain, I guess it's the fastest set that we've seen so far. And I'm not exaggerating, one of the best players in Chicago. You think about who's very strong coming out of Chicago, you think about Monarch, you think about Beepaw, you think about Callisto if you're a knower. Kain, absolutely up there, one of the best players we have to offer.
Yeah, I definitely know about the pedigree of Kain. I got to play a few casuals against him, and yeah, you are not lying. Very, very hard to kind of exist on screen against him because it just feels like he has just the right sense of where exactly to position himself with Percival. And like you were saying, the lurching movement, the dump truck movement, as I'm going to call it from now on because of you, it can be a little bit hard to use, even on a character like Siegfried. Like slower moving characters, it can be kind of hard to position